Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and it is time to mod our tiny cardboard jet. So let's get cracking. Of course, step one is to get into SketchUp. There will be a link down below. Once you're there, find your original jet and duplicate it. We don't ever want to wreck our first bit of work. Once you've got that done, we're going to open our jet and we're going to make some mods. Simply click on it. If you don't have the original jet, of course, I will have a video up above for how to get to it. And friends, the mods work like this. You can make a different fuselage, but that's a lot of work. What I recommend is making a different wing. So first we need to check out the dimensions of this hole. We're going to do that, of course, with the dimension tool. And if you click on the first corner and the second corner, this shows us it is 45 millimeters. So the largest we can make our wing adjustment is 45 millimeters. And then we also need to put in these holes. Remember, they are 4 millimeter wide holes, and we must push them in about like this so that they can slide in and be adjustable. Your tail fin doesn't have to slide through this hole, it just slides in. So you've got a lot more room to play on your tail fin. You just need to make sure it has the 4 millimeter notch so that you can use it too. Alright friends, let's start like this. I'm going to do T for tape measure. I'm going to go off the bottom of my airplane. I'm going to just stick out a point along the red line. I'm going to go 5 away and press enter. I'm putting that there so I can keep this wing for a minute. I'm going to do M for move. And I want to grab the bottom corner of this wing and I want to attach it to that point. So this way I'll be able to look at the guide point. Notice I'm putting the center of the crosshair on it. And I'll be able to look at this wing as I build my new wing. I'll also be able to use this spot is where I build the wing from. I'm going to do T for tape measure real quick. And I'm going to put my old tail fin right off here. Once again, making sure I've got the green axis. That means I'm pointing the way I want. Type my 5. Let's go M for move. Grab the bottom corner of this. Notice if you grab the top, and I'll show you this because it ends up being silly, it goes down below. So that causes a problem. You want to make sure that you put them right on the spot you're shooting for by putting the center of the crosshair right on that point as well. So let's do D for dimensions. Let's check out our old wing. Real quickly, it is 110 across and it is 48, which allows it to fit in this hole. So I'm going to do R for rectangle. And I'm going to make a simple one. I'm going to just say that this time I'm going to go 140 wide. So 140, comma, and let's do 48 again. We're keeping this dimension so it'll fit through the hole, but we're allowed to change the other ones. So I'm going to make mine rounded. Once again, T for tape measure. I'm going to go in, let's say 20. And I'm going to go in 20. And then check out how I round this. Go back to our 2-point arc, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to come out here and do this. And I'll do that on the other side as well. T for tape measure, 20, press enter, 20, press enter. I missed on that, so I'll hit escape. There's my 20 and press enter. Let's find that 2-point arc. And we're going to click and click and click. E for erase. Cut away these little corners and stuff. Remember, if you're holding the eraser and you drag, it'll get rid of everything you touch. Or you can simply click on it with the tiny hole. Now, do I know this is going to work any better? Absolutely not, but it's just kind of fun to explore. So let's do R for rectangle now and find the midpoint. Notice it's teal. We want to switch to the rectangle that wraps around, so I'm going to tap Control, make it look like the rectangle we want, and I'm going to tell you that we're going to do 20, 4 for that groove. Now it did not go the way I wanted, so I'm going to do Control Z. I'm going to start my rectangle from that midpoint again. Make sure you've got that. Let's tap Control, and now I'm going to look at my numbers. If I look down at that board there, it shows me that the small numbers should have been first. So there's my 4, comma, and I'm going to do 25 and press enter. And then I'm going to go back here. I'm afraid this is going to bump into the other spot. So spacebar, right click, hide. R for rectangle. Let's find that teal midpoint. Tap Control so it's going around the way. Let's make sure it's small number first. So I'm going to do 4, 25 and press enter. I'm going to have a little bit less room to play, so I'm going to do Control Z. Do that again. Once again, I tap Control to get that kind of rectangle, and this time I'm going to do 4, 30 And I'm gonna even go 35. I like that better. E for erase, let's get rid of those pieces on the end. Make sure we find that little nub. Find that little nub, let's get rid of this and this. And friends, P for push pull, Control Z because I clicked and held, make that 4mm thick. We have now got an experimental wing. Do I know it's going to be any better? No, I do not, but it's kind of fun to mess with. Let's go back to our dimensions real quick and check the rear tail. Once again, there's my dimension tool, and I know that I went 56. And this dimension, I'm going to click from this corner to this corner and see it was 26. So 56 by 26 is the idea. I'm going to make mine 60 by 30. Now that I've got that idea, I'm going to delete both of these. So I'm just going to select them from right to left. That grabs everything it's touching. And I'm going to hit delete because this was a copy. If you don't make a copy, that's on you because I told you to. R for rectangle. I'm going to click on that old guide point. I'm going to stretch it out and I'm going to do 60, 30 for that tail fin. I'm going to do that same rounded trick. You can do anything you want, remember. This time I'm going to go 15, and I'm going to see if I can do the 2-point arc. If I just hit the letter A, I can stretch straight across and straight out, and boom, I'm done. T for tape measure, stretch it out 15. Once again, A is 2-point arc. I'm going to click straight across. Notice it shows me the green axis. I can bring that out, and let's do the E for erase. And we've just made this shape. Make sure we get rid of those little pieces. And then we need to cut in the rectangle. Let's do R for rectangle. I'm going to tap, switch, and I want to make sure that I do a 4,15 notch there. I think I want that to be a little further, so I'm going to do Control Z. And I'm going to make it instead 4,20 so that fin can stick in just a little bit further for my tail fin. E for erase. P for push-pull, make it 4, and press enter. Now we want to keep these parts together, so we're going to do spacebar and triple click. 1, 2, 3, make sure you've got it all, and group it. I'm going to do show all to bring back my fuselage, and I'm going to delete that so now I don't have it anymore. And then you need somewhere to put this new fin. I'm going to hit T for tape measure, and I'm going to come off the bottom end point. Make sure you're on the one that's stretching out here along the green axis. I'm going to tell it 5 and press enter. Now I'm going to simply take this and group it as well. 1, 2, 3. Notice everything is blue. Right click, make group, M for move, and I want to connect it to that dot. I'm going to delete all my other little marks. E for erase. Remember, if you drag across them, you can get rid of them. That just makes it more clean. And friends, we have just made a wing mod. When I click save, it saves. We need to export it to Tinkercad, so I'm going to do download as an STL. I'm going to put it in my downloads, so make sure you slide up to your quick access and then click downloads and change it to say TinyJet mod with your initials. And if you're going to make different mods, make sure you name them smart. I could have put round wings to make this more logical. Then we need to go to Tinkercad. When you get to Tinkercad, make sure you choose sign in with Google. Choose create new design. Change the name, wing mod, and put your initials. And then import your parts. Choose file. Once again, look at your downloads and import them. Keep all the measurements and tell it OK. When it arrives, make sure it looks like it's supposed to. Make sure it's all flat on the ground. If anything's floating, it won't work and you made a mistake in your other project. And then, friends, it's export for laser cutting, SVG. And you need to put it in the STL folder. Remember, that is quick access all the way up to the top. And make sure your names are good and hit save. At that point, you can come tell me that you're ready to cut. Friends, I hope you have a ton of fun with this and you're thinking of creative ways to modify your plane. It is so much fun to be able to launch these, test them, analyze what you did, come back and even try again. The only limit you have in my classroom is the amount of time we have. I'm looking forward to seeing super cool creative designs and seeing them fly. Friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about SketchUp made it's simple. Of course, if you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.